What's going on, child? It's your most favorite diabetic YouTuber in the whole entire world, back with another video. Not today, another actual for y'all, but of course this one's a little bit different. Now this one's only different because apparently this TikToker decided that he was going to take the life of a veteran and then, you know, go and make some TikTok dance videos. Like, psycho shit. Now I don't know if this is all true, so I'm gonna say it's all alleged, but yeah, if it is true, I'm already just, you know, kind of pissed off, and I hate this. You know, there's a, you know, a little bit of a biatch. I'm just gonna say it, allegedly. All right, now of course I don't know if it's all true, so it is alleged, and you know, shout out to Atozy for the video I reacted to, and also I will say it is all love, no hate. Now of course I'm gonna make my jokes be really honest, and I won't lie to y'all. I am typically an arsehole, but if it was hate, beef, or anything crazy like that, obviously I would straight up admit it. Now one more time, all love, no hate. All right, child, no more hesitations. Let's get into the video now.
This evil TikToker allegedly took the life of a United States veteran and then posted a dancing TikTok video mocking the situation. This is just an unbelievably sad story. This is Justin Guzman. Recently, he just turned himself into authorities for one of the worst things I've covered here on this channel. Or at least, it definitely goes neck and neck with one of the ones I covered just a few videos ago. And obviously, we've covered a lot of outright disgusting topics this year, so that's definitely saying something. But Guzman here allegedly took the life of a Marine veteran in front of his fiance and infant son, and then went home, opened his TikTok app, and then posted a video of himself Fortnite dancing while a news report about the crime he just allegedly committed plays behind him. And I mean, this just really sets the bar for how low and some people are in our new generation. So here's what happened. On June 3rd, Guzman and his friend Marco were at a Galleria mall in Houston, where they allegedly insulted a woman in an elevator. And you can probably see where this is going. She happened to be the fiance of a 30-year-old Marine veteran named Anthony Sanders, and a mother of their 10-month-old baby. So obviously, he didn't like that. So later on, in the parking lot after the incident, Sanders confronted Justin and Marco for insulting his fiance. An argument then broke out, but the Marine veteran humbly walked away and went back to his car to leave with his family. At this point, according to reports, Guzman and Marco, in their own car, brake checked him and positioned their car in front of Sanders to block him from leaving. When Sanders got out to confront them, he was shot 10 times right there in front of his child and partner. So, just in case you didn't hear me right, Sanders left the altercation with two scumbags, got in his car with his wife and kid, got blocked from being able to leave the car park, and then had his life taken away in front of his wife and his 10-month-old child. It's honestly astonishing how much of a lowlife you have to be to escalate this situation into that. These dudes could not handle a verbal confrontation.
Not even a lowlife, just straight up pussy. Alright, I'm just gonna say, like, if you're not gonna use your fist in general and you feel you gotta play with a toy, bring a toy out, like, if he wasn't, especially if he was you came up, said something, you didn't do anything then, you still could have yelled at that, and you probably legally could have got away with him, if I'm going to be, you know, say it out loud. But like, you go and then you should block him off and then wait for him to come out, and then yeah, you a whole ass pussy ass.
With a 30-year-old veteran trying to defend his wife,
sorry,
waited until he was with the family trying to exit the scene to then take his life. There is no words for these guys.
And I'm not like that, so you know, I'm civilian as hell.
Sanders was on the phone with him while the incident took place.
Because we just want justice for our son. Anthony passed away protecting.
Damn, and he was on the phone. My bad. If I knew we were here with Dad, I would have shut up 10 seconds ago. But yeah, no, I'll be honest. Like, I understand if you want to self-defense when it went down, when he confronted you, that would have made a lot of more legal sense and etc. But to chase him down, block him off, basically, yeah, you do some pussy shit. That's weak as hell, in my opinion.
Both Anthony's parents are Army veterans. He was a Marine, and he was gunned down in a parking garage over a
R.I.P., of course.
This is just sickening. This guy was just trying to protect his family, and he gets his life ripped away from him over basically nothing. But this is where the story continues and becomes even more infuriating. And the main reason I decided to cover this, because after the alleged crime, Guzman, I guess, just went back to his normal life. So I guess as soon as this crime made the headlines, he opened his TikTok app, and then he essentially Fortnite danced and overlaid the headline of his crime behind him to some, you know,
this self-snitching shit is crazy too, though.
In so many ways, this is
alleged,
straight up Hall of Fame stupidity. This is hands down one of the dumbest things you can possibly do. I guess that comes after the thing he actually did. That's the dumbest thing you can do. This is a strong runner-up for things that are stupid after you've done something incredibly stupid. So this guy allegedly took someone's life and then decided it was a great time to get some attention on TikTok for it. Because apparently that's where the generation is today. We're probably aware that the culture of, drill rappers exposing their crimes in songs, that's sadly been happening for a while. But with the context we have now, this is a TikTok dance. And obviously we're aware of
People have been
various
self-snitching
people
before drill rap,
snitching on
way
themselves
before
and
that.
so on and so on. But now they're doing it in TikTok dances. Oh boy, the future is getting more dystopian as we speak. As of recording this video, that video has since been removed, but if that's not the most damning piece of evidence to introduce into a criminal case, I don't know what it is. With social media being the key evidence in this case, I can guarantee that Justin's entire internet presence is going to be brought up in trial. And from doing research on this, we actually found out that he had over 100,000 followers on this now removed TikTok account. I mean, just imagine being in court.
That shit's still out there, then.
Boys, the refrigerator television on the stand with the wheels. Because for some
God,
reason,
I
they
had
still do that to
PTSD
this
looking
day.
at
And then
that
they
thing.
just play this TikTok video of him doing that in front of the jury. And this happened in Texas. So, Texas is clearly a F around and find out state, because you're definitely going to find out there. According to the reports given by the police, Sanders' fiance said that he was there in the mall to pick her up from work. Then, when she got into the elevator to leave, Justin and Marco were inside it. Apparently, they asked her a question, which she then ignored. And, if you're a woman alone in the elevator with two men, that's a completely rational response. And, well, Justin and Marco, being remarkably insecure, I guess, didn't like that one bit. And allegedly they called her a stupid, ugly bee, which, perfectly backs up my previous statement. The fiance then told Sanders what happened, and he drove around the parking lot until he found Justin and Marco. Obviously, this is where he decides to confront them, has a brief discussion, and then everyone gets back into their cars. And while Sanders wants to leave, well, we know that Justin and Marco didn't want to allow that. Initially, Guzman and Sinan were detained, but later released as the investigation progressed and warrants were issued. Both men turned themselves in, with Justin even showing up to turn himself in an Uber, which is kind of understandable, because why would everyone want to volunteer to take that dude to jail? Justin was being held on a $750,000 bond, but that's since changed. Originally, the state only requested a $150,000 bail for Justin, with Justin's attorneys wanting a $75,000 bail. Justin's lawyers then claimed the bail of $750,000 set by the judge was set too high, and that Justin couldn't possibly afford it. So according to the defense, the judge was holding Justin hostage.
The stage was set for Guzman's hearing based on the filing of the application of the writ of habeas corpus, stating that the judge had violated not only the Texas Code of Civil Procedure, the Texas Constitution, and the Constitution of the United States by what his legal team believes was a high and arbitrary bail amount. And guess what? The court actually agreed with them and lowered Guzman's bail down from $750,000 to $450,000, meaning that he would have to pay a bail bondsman $45,000 in fees opposed to $75,000 in fees. However, if Guzman is able to raise that $45,000 in fees, he would actually be subjected to a GPS monitor for the duration of the case, which potentially can be years.
So he got a lower bond, but still way higher than what he wanted. Marco, however, reportedly had a criminal history, so he's now being held at a $1 million bond. And I don't think that's going to get any lower anytime soon. With legal proceedings in mind, Justin and Marco are claiming self-defense here, though.
New tonight, the attorney for the second suspect charged in connection with the murder of a Marine veteran at the Galleria.
It wouldn't be self-defense if you blocked him off.
Justin Guzman's attorney,
and I'm betting the mall has security cameras.
Were trying to leave. They claim Sanders was the aggressor.
The complainant was riding their rear bumper, not driving away, continuing the situation and continuing to provoke the situation that they're dealing with. It's a clear-cut case.
Math ain't mathing for me right now.
Shouldn't have happened. There's no doubt about that. Somebody lost their life. But Justin Guzman did not provoke this encounter.
Yeah, well, their lawyer seems confident. I can't wait to hear him explain a TikTok of his client dancing in front of the headline of his crime. So the defense is saying that Sanders presented a knife, but Houston police have stated they found no evidence that Sanders was armed, which frankly makes the self-defense claim look pretty weak. Not only that, but this doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because their car was in front. So if they felt threatened by Sanders, why would they not just leave? Like, that just doesn't make sense. And even if he stepped out of the car with a knife,
they had opportunity earlier.
Right? Obviously, on top of that, why did they shoot him 10 times? To me, it makes a lot more sense that Sanders was the one trapped, like his family claims. And if this is a public parking lot, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a whole lot of CCTV footage that paints the entire story for
Exactly.
us. But I guess we'll just see how all that pans out. So here's the charge breakdown. Justin and Marco, they're both facing murder charges. Under Texas law, murder is classified as a first-degree felony. This means that the prosecutors believe the act was committed intentionally or knowingly. And this is with the aim of causing Sanders' death. If convicted, they'll both face a sentence of ranging from 5 years to life in prison, along with a possibility fine of up to $10,000. In Texas, a first-degree murder conviction can also result in a life sentence with a possibility of parole. But being eligible for parole doesn't start until 30 years into the sentence. The prosecutors could later choose to elevate the charge to capital murder, which is possible in cases revolving multiple suspects. Then the stakes are high. A capital murder conviction in Texas carries only 2 possibility outcomes. Those could significantly, because as of right now, this does not look like some tragic incident. This was a confrontation.
Okay. Yeah, so, like, in my opinion, they definitely got to have camera footage, but if they got blocked off, you're not doing anything in self-defense. If you wanted to claim self-defense, you would have said that when he came and started talking to you when you guys were going to your car. That would have been probably, at least, I don't know how it fully works in different states, you know, but in my mind, that would have been more, you know, able to say, yeah, I was scared for my life, whatever, you know. To block the car off and then say, I was scared, and hit the well in front of a video of it. Yeah, it's not no self-defense. If anything, that's just stupidity. Now, I don't know them, and I'm not trying to, you know, whatever, but they took an innocent life. Yeah, maybe they didn't like how they were talked to or whatever, but if anything, you just go use your fist. You don't do anything like that, and at the same time, maybe they were just scared that the dude would have whipped their ass if they try to, you know, fight them. But there's 2. So you could have 2v1, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could have did anything else instead of, you know, thinking about doing that. I don't know. This is weak to me, and I'm sorry, but, yeah. And, of course, RIP to this veteran, of course. And, yeah, it's really gotta say, this shit's mind-blowing. I will just say that as well. But, yeah, that's all I gotta say. I do want to know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Also, in the comments, your boy make all kinds of videos, so comment you want to see. And, yeah, that's all I got for the video. Peace.